Like, seriously, I cannot get this thing fixed. It's just drove me nuts. And I've about drove Lee nuts over it. So let's see if we can't fix it ourselves. Something tells me I probably shouldn't be messing with it. But it is what it is. How about that? How about that? That's going to have to work, isn't it? Found it. And there's a smoke alarm in this house that won't stop chirping. So that's happening. I can't even see the comments. Let me work this out. Let me work this out. Oh, gosh, you guys. Man. 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 It's like that. It's taking everything out of me today not to just break down crying. Just break down. Just break down bawling. And the day's not over, so you never know. I am going to try to find us here on YouTube so I can see your comments. Hi Teresa, I can see them here, but like they come and go. You know, it's weird. Here we go. Here we go. So, here we go. Now I can see your comments, if there is any. Hi Sharon. Hi Shannon. So here we go. I can see them now. So, oh, for heaven's sake. So, I do have my cards here. Let me put, look, I am not together. I'm not. Let's see. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Let's see. I'm going to fix this. You can hit me with some questions. I'll answer them, but I want to talk a little bit about pain today and why I'm still in it. I'm afraid I'm going to keep looking down. All right, let me fix this. I'm going to fix it so we can get through it, because we can't get through it if it isn't fixed. All right, I'm gonna do it up here. There we go. Now I've got the comments. Hi Passionate. Hi Michelle. So, so yeah, obviously, we've been going through some things, right? I kind of want to talk a little bit about acknowledging pain and forgiveness and grace and things of that nature. Recently, someone felt that I had not been honest with them, and it put me into sort of a spiral, because it happens and a lot, because you know, as a lot of you know, there are some things in my past that keep coming up to haunt me, and I have, here we go. I told you the day wasn't over. I have been through healing after healing after healing. I've acknowledged. I've been honest. I've what I haven't done, and what I realize that I haven't done, is acknowledge the pain that I caused, right? And understanding that I caused a lot of pain, and I was so busy defending what I did or what I didn't do that I lost the concept of what other people had to go through. And, then there's something being said for people who don't know me as a human being. And if you know me, you know that. You know me, right? If you know me, then you know me. You know me. You spent years with me, right? Years. In person. Not just on here. In person. And you know me. You know that, or you should know that I'm not the same person that I was 20, 25 years ago. People go through major changes in their lives, and there's a lot of judgment over some actions of 20 years ago. And I guess I'm still in a space of, I just would rather you get to know me. Being judged for something that you did in your past for so long is, it's painful, but I understand. And I clearly still haven't forgiven myself, right? I just want to be accepted for who I am. Not who I was, not who I'm going to be, but who I am. Who I am in this moment. And if you just unconditionally love someone in the moment, isn't that what we all strive to do, right? Isn't that what we're all here for? Is to love one another. I'm not even asking for anything. I'm not asking for grace. I'm not asking for understanding. I'm just asking for I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking for. It's hard because I feel like I can go into healing and feel all this forgiveness and love for myself. And I'm yanked back up out of that and put back there over and over and over and over and over. And I don't know how to make it stop, you know? the love I have in me is stronger than any negative thought that can come in and help destroy, right? But I'm just in that state of healing still. And it's an awful lot of crying. And there's been an awful lot of, do I even want to still be here? I'm going to be honest about that, you know? I I feel like I continue to be punished over and over and over and over and over. And believe me, like nobody out there could punish me any worse than I punished myself for years, literally. It's water, Karen. It's water. I get an awful lot of bullshit comments too. Like, I had someone say something about me drinking soda. They thought I had Sprite, right? And I just got like a 20-minute message over me drinking Sprite online, and it's water, Karen. It's water. And if I was drinking Sprite, who gives a shit? Like, it's my body. Like, I don't. But if I wanted one, if I wanted a Coca-Cola, I'll get one out of the fridge and drink it. If I want a Sprite, I'm going to drink it. I got shit for smoking a joint online. I use marijuana. I do. I use it a lot. I don't judge you, Karen. I'm saying Karen in general, and if you're Karen, I'm sorry. I don't mean it. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, man. We're no longer at the Airbnb. We are slowly settling into our new home. Slowly being the operative word. Slowly. Especially, we're getting a massive amount of heat here in Ohio. Like, tomorrow's going to be worse than today. Wednesday's going to be knock yourselves up type of day. I do have my card, so I can do, if I can find the channel where I can type this in, I can type it in, but I really can't. I'm on the iPad and I don't know anything about it, and Lee isn't here to help me, so I'm gonna try to log in here. Super duper hot, so the general consensus is just stay in the house. Well, we've got moving to do, and we got 75%, right? 75%. There's 25% that we still haven't done. I'm looking for there it is. There it is. Now I can type this in. All right. So the deal with this is on the card pulls, Cash App or Venmo. Cash App card pulls. I'll look up in a minute, I promise. So let me get this together. We're going through some healing over here. I am. CHING. There we go. There we go. There we go. So hot. It's hot. It's miserable hot. My hair is growing back. I got that much. It was this big, and now it's that big. It burnt in the fire. See it right here? Look. We burn our bangs in the fire. That's right. I don't care. It is what it is. Right? So, like, what's everybody doing during the heat? Unless you're in Australia, which we should be visiting at this point in time, right? I don't understand. Here we go. What color of my hair? You know, I wish I knew. I don't color per se. I use like a color depositing conditioner, and it's called Lux, Color Lux maybe. And I get it at Sally's, and it's just a conditioner. And I think I get some type of blue, the lighter one. And when I condition, it just deposits color, so I don't have to color it and damage my hair. And once it got blue, then I was able to just rinse it, right, with that. Well, thank you. I conditioned it last night, so I added a little bit more color than was on here the other day. It's a good color, for me anyway, I like it. If I left it on longer, it would get darker, you know what I mean? So however long I leave like the conditioner in, it just keeps on depositing color as far as I know. I was looking at the comments here, and let's see. So anyway, let me see what. Yeah, I've got my favorite deck that I use now, India's deck. I love that, and I've got the white deck and the blue deck. And I'm doing some cash out card pulls. So, I mean, if you want to send another way, you can. Still, we are still running. If you do a card pool, whatever you do, like if you would do a $5, $10, $20, that's how many entries you get in for a drawing for root camp. So, I'll be drawing on Monday when I come back on live. I'll be drawing that. So, you know, to really continue what I was talking about, pain. You know, the pain I had for so many years tried to help my pain, right? Tried to help, like, calm my pain. Try to justify my pain. And really realizing recently that I ignored everybody else's, right? I ignored the people that I hurt. I ignored their pain, what they must have been through, what they must have felt, what they still must feel after all this time. You know, what they went through. And it's something that I continue to struggle with recently. And, you know, when does the judgment ever go away? And Lee would say, when you quit judging it. When I quit judging it, right? I don't know. I wish I knew, because I could put it into play. But I know that this is something that I have to go through in order to heal from this, to go into healing over this, and to forgive myself, and to give myself some grace, right? When we stop judging ourselves, it dissipates. Very, very true, and I know that that's true. It's so hard though, right? It's so hard though when you know that you've inflicted pain, no matter how long ago it was, 20 years, 5 years, 2 days, 5 minutes. Um, I don't ever want to inflict pain on anybody, nobody, right? Um, yeah, I don't ever want to make anybody feel like I could ever hurt them because I'm not the type of person to do that. And I don't feel like I ever have to prove that. I feel like I want people to know me for who I am in the moment, now, right? Who am I now? Are any of you who you were 20 years ago? 20 years ago, I made some shitty decisions and I was young, you know? I was young, I was a single mom, there's no excuses. I'm just knowing that I was young. I'm not that person. I am not that single mom. I am not that, I'm not that person. It's not who's sitting in front of you today. It's not the person that Lee met. It's not the person that Lee knows. How much we evolve and learn and teach from our mistakes to now, right? I've made a lot of them. And what I've done from that time until now, have I been perfect? Nope. No, I haven't. But I'm careful and I'm diligent. And if I go to make a decision that feels wrong in me, then I just don't do it. And I follow my intuition. And I love really hard and really deeply. And it just hurts. It just hurts. It just hurts not to be seen for who I am. Hi, Gemma. Gemma's back there. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Gemma. She might see herself. She sees herself. Come on, Gemma. I'm gonna have to message Cameron. So, I hope the 20 of you that are here, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts of showing someone grace after they've hurt you? Gemma, I'm not going to show you much grace. I'm trying to text Cameron to come and get her. So anyway, we had a drawing last night for those of you who were in the live that Lee and I did, where we put people in that got carpools in for a hey, Cameron, she's just standing like behind the camera, just she's just going, they can't hear, but I can hear. She's an hour.
Gemma, who do you think you're looking? Get up here.
There we go. Now she's gonna head up the stairs. There we go.
Yeah, just take your time.
And she said, screw both of you and went to me and Lee's room. Oh well. So I don't know. I guess it's kind of all just kind of piled on me today, only because it's hot, and we didn't take the opportunity to move anything over from the old house today. We've been at least bringing one load a day. We got most of the big stuff. We got a few big things left, but not much. But the heat has sort of kept us in the house, and believe me, I've got 100,000 things to do here, right? But it's just given me the opportunity to sit and go through some things and unfile, I guess I should say, unfile. All the while, moving, bringing stuff from place to place, looking at things that have been destroyed in the other house that can't be replaced. So just mourning things. There are some things that we lost that just can't be replaced. I mean, there's some pictures and yeah, there's just some things that we lost that just can't be replaced. So, those are material things and it's okay. But, still there's some mourning to it, right? There's some validity to mourning things or mourning. I don't want to mourn like that life or that lifestyle that we had a month ago. We were ready to move. We were talking about moving. We had already been in contact and suggested that, we were going to be looking for another place to live. And she had already said, I've got another place coming available. And she gave us the address and we drove by and we were like, okay, well, we'll see inside of it. We saw inside of it and we were like, yeah, we love it. It was a struggle getting in here, getting them to leave and giving us a chance to clean it up and things. And they missed the flight to Yemen, but that's okay. We got it. We got it together, and we didn't call on anybody's help. We just did it, and here we are. So I am healing. I've got, some open spaces still here on my hand, but other than that, it's healing very nicely. I'm healing. I'm feeling good, and there's that. And my arm feels nice, and it feels good. This arm, there's a few little spots left, but not too awful bad. The face here, Josh's face is still stabbed up, but we'll get it together. It's difficult placing things, right? Placing like where I was, what I was doing when the explosion happened, and standing right there. And there's some post-traumatic stress disorder involved here, and I'm seeing somebody, and that's probably good for me. It's hard when you're going through personal battles and you've got so much physical things going on, physical burns, and just physical ailments, and physically moving things from one place to another. And you look around and go, is any of this stuff necessary? It's just not necessary, right? It's just not. And I'm just preferring to live a little simply, a little more simply than we were. And I'm going to unpack every tote, every box, even though mostly what we have here at this place is unpacked and put away. But then we just bring more over every day, and I do a little bit every day. Best thing to do. But yeah, I would love some of your opinions on. Tell me how you guys feel about. When is it? The thing I've done mostly is not recognize the pain that others felt that I'd put them through, right? I'd spent so much time trying to defend, and it's not it. Defending isn't it. Trying to prove what's right, what's wrong, what I did, what I didn't do, that's not really important. What's important is that I acknowledge everybody's pain. And I know that we had a comment, but I can't see it. I'm blind as a bat, y'all. Blind. I am blind. I'm really not, like, legally blind, but I feel like I should be. I can see, sort of. But this was supposed to keep the comments up there, and it's not, and it's so annoying. Yeah, it's not holding on to them, so I'm gonna have to look here. Yeah, so what do you guys feel? Here we go. Here we go. Now I see them. Hi, Fairy. That's because you were supposed to learn something from it. I know it's hard, but you have to find a lesson in it. You got this. Yeah, I know I do. It's just, I truly get it, Sherry. I do, and I'm with you. You're paying. Oh, thank you. Oh, hi. In Indiana. That's not very far. Yeah, Gemma. Gemma was a pain in the butt, wasn't she? But I love her. It's hard because once we take one step forward, then we also hear these other voices in our head on what we did wrong. Man, Sharon, that's it, right? That's it. And then when you get to a level of self-love, you get to a level of self-caring, and you get to this other level of forgiveness within yourself, then a human being picks you up and takes you back there. And I relive it and go over it all again. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot to be drugged back, to be drugged back, to be drugged back. And the weird thing is, you see all these memes and you see all these signs, and you see all these people saying, your past does not define you. Your past does not define you. Your past does not define you. You are not who you used to be. You are not. And I know that. I know that. But it's a hard process when you feel like you're being picked up and just dropped back there. Like, I feel like there's some times when I'm not even allowed to go into healing for one reason or another, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure when the world will move on. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know. Let me read these because I cannot see them up here. It's so annoying. Here, see, there they are. Sometimes people can't see your depth or understand you for who you are. It's because they aren't spiritually on your level. And I agree with that. I agree with that. I do. Hi, Tyler. Thank you. Oh, shoot. I lost the chats again. There we go. Let's see. I know you're in Indiana, Tyler. Hi, Clinton. The world is always moving. Do you choose to move with it or resist? Oh, no, I choose to move with it, for sure. I choose to move with it. And I'm, I personally have been through so many life changes. I will tell you this. When I got my transplant, it was actually when I was in hospice care. When I was in hospice care, I really did spend days going through my life, what I had been through, what I'd seen, what I had experienced, so many different things, and I really feel like I went through so much healing, and I was ready to go. Right? I had made my peace. I was ready to go. I was in pain, and I kept waking up, and it was so annoying. And a lot of you know that I'm a medium, and I heard a voice say to me, it's just not time. It's just not time. And I accepted that. I accept that. I accept it. That's all. Sherry, I've been seeing my twins start to suffer with what I feel is an addiction, alcohol. Have you ever experienced this within a connection like this? Yeah. Um, yeah, I have. We had a man, we had a client at one point in time who he was really addicted to alcohol, and um, there were a lot of times when he would come on and just couldn't even speak. You right? Um, he- my father was an alcoholic, and he pretty much lived at the bar, and when I got diagnosed with liver cirrhosis, and I was confused. Come on now, I drank a lot when I was in my 20s and 30s, don't we all? And some of us don't, but I didn't drink any more than the people around me, right? I wasn't popping beers at 11 a.m., right? I just wasn't. I wasn't drinking on Monday through Thursday at all. When the weekend hit, though, I mean, I'm in my 20s. In my 30s. Some even in my 40s. Glass of wine here, 12-pack of beer there, a couple glasses of wine. And then I did start feeling like, well, maybe I did just drink myself to this disease. And I realized that that wasn't necessarily true, right? But Tyler, here's the thing: if you start seeing like hallucinations, confusion, talking funny, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. I would have a conversation, a really careful, loving conversation that you're just worried about or concerned about the consumption. And, if you have to say, I had a friend that had to have a liver transplant, and we almost watched me die, but here I am, right? Why am I saying her? Anyway, I don't know if anybody could. Did you catch that, Tyler? Nobody else did, but maybe I did. Nevertheless, your partner, make sure you keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Right? But don't nag, right? Because ultimately, and your partner going to do what your partner wants to do anyway. But maybe if your partner finds out that there's a little concern there, I'll be less likely to overindulge. I know I would. Yeah, I know I would. For sure. And Tyler, I wanted to thank you again for the gift you sent us, because I just unpacked it a couple days ago and I'm so excited. I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. I know that Lee's going to be up here in a few minutes, so I need to... yeah. I just came on here to really let everybody know that I'll be back at least twice a month. I'm not going to try to do every Monday. Maybe every second and fourth or something. I'll let you guys know. But I know that I'm going to use Monday nights for maybe a sex abuse class, maybe from 6 to 7. And then maybe I can pop on for some. I don't know. I got a lot going on. And when it starts to settle down, I might be able to be on more. I want to come on, but now Lee wants to come on for Ask Lee and Sherry, and I think that that's fine. But I can't do nothing. I'm joking. I'm not any better than I was when I logged on and I'm not any worse, right? But I feel better being able to just vomit a little bit. Um, there's a lot to be said for giving yourself grace and showing some forgiveness to yourself, and allowing people to understand that I am not the person I was 20 years ago. I am not the person you think I was 20 years ago. But I'm certainly not anywhere near that person now. Um, love me now for who I am now. Accept me for who I am now. Um, not for what I went through, not for... there's so much involved. And when there's so much involved, it's like what we want to do as human beings is tell our side of the story, right? Get the facts right. Make sure everybody knows the truth and the facts. I don't think it's about that anymore. I don't think it's about that anymore. I mean, it is to a certain extent, but I don't know, guys. I'm lost as to... I don't understand why. Okay. All right. So anyway, I got a couple minutes. I'll answer a couple questions. Let's see. That's what I had to do with my mother. I had to love and see the person she is now. It's hard as hell. Oh, Tyler. But I had to for my own healing. Christina said, I think people just need to be heard. And I felt that my whole life. Just like I need to be heard. I need you to understand. And, I'm 54 years old now. I'm 54. And I just had that birthday last week. And I got to spend it with Lee and my son. And my grandson, he's a year old. He was adorable. Yeah, so we're still struggling, bussing over here. Me, at least. Lee seems to be doing wonderfully. He's as supportive as he possibly can be. As always, Lee's a saint in my eyes. Maybe not in everybody else's, but mine. I don't know. I wouldn't be here without him. I promise you I wouldn't be here. That's for true. I would not be here if it wasn't for Lee. And that's the honest truth. But hey, look, I've whined on here enough. And I don't want to whine anymore. Stepping out of victim mentality and into just unconditional love and acceptance is a hard step. And it's a really hard step. Because it feels like you're standing in a room screaming and no one hears you. Yeah. It's like that. Except for I'm connected and I have my connection here. And he's amazing, and he's full of logic, and he's full of wisdom, and he's helpful and loving and kind and supportive. And I'm able to talk to him. He can't put me into healing. I got to do it myself, right? I have a problem with attempting to go into healing. Gosh, I don't know if you guys will be able to understand this or not. In myself, right? And realizing that there are people out here that haven't healed from my actions. How do I heal? Well, Lee says, if I don't heal myself, I can't help heal others. But that feels very selfish to me. It feels very true, but it feels very selfish to me. Why should I heal first? Shouldn't they all heal first? And then I'll be last, right? I want to go through and heal everybody. But I can't do that unless I'm healing myself. Who made that rule up? It's a real one, but who made it? I'd like to talk to him. It just feels selfish. It just feels selfish to go on and be like, you know what? I've healed from that. I've healed from that. And watch others still suffer. Yeah, that's a problem. It's a problem within me. I don't want it to be. It just is. Let's see if I can get off here real quick. Lee is, yes, very much so. Yeah, he is. Let's see. I can tell you that if my mom hadn't done some healing, I wouldn't have been able to do what I needed with her. Tyler, I have a question about that. How did you know that she was in healing? How did you know, right? How did you know? Because I can say 100,000 times, I'm in healing over that. I'm in healing over that. I'm in healing over that. And there's, yeah, right. Oh, of course she did. Sherry being Sherry, of course she did. Of course she says she's been through some healing. I don't know. It has to be genuine, real healing, guys. It has to be genuine. It has to come from your soul. It has to come from deep within that pain. And that's when they can see. That's when they can feel that there's a change. That's when they can feel that the tides have turned. That's when they can feel, not know, feel. And the only thing I can do is hope that they put themselves in my energy field long enough to know that I'm doing everything that I humanly can at this point to do that. As you know, those of us who have never put ourselves first, it is definitely a struggle to not think of others and do for others first. I saw someone who wanted connection with me and was waiting at the table, and before I'd never felt that. Ooh, yeah. Doesn't healing flow both ways? Yeah, I agree with that too. I do. I believe in that. You know, I believe in that. Healing does, but I know that I have to heal these things in me on a real healing level, right? Not just, hey, I'm over it. I'm not over it. I've carried it for 20 years. And I want to be over it. But it feels like I'm not allowed to be over it. Oh, God, and I want to so bad. I'll just keep crying it out. That's all I can do. Is just keep crying it out. Right? I feel okay, right? I feel okay. I feel, oh, thank you, Christina. You know, I was telling Lee today that I'm stuck in that energy of healing and really processing it. And Lee and I are talking at night, and we are really, really, really trying to get me into healing. Lee's He's amazing. So, but I know that he's coming up here soon because he's done with his sessions today. If I missed anything, I'm sorry because this chat was weird. It was so weird, but just so everybody is aware, I'm healing okay from the fire. This is a mess. This is hurt. But here we are. We're still here and we're not going anywhere. We love you guys and thank you for just being here for support. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for trusting us with all of your healing. And I'll be back not next week, week after, right? I'll be back before the end of the month. I'll do that, right? Oh, wow. Well, now if I can remember how to turn this off, thank you guys for coming. And yeah, you guys are awesome. I don't know how to shut this off, so maybe we won't go anywhere. But if we do, see you Sunday. See you Monday.